Getting in a relationship with difficult
Hello
people.
guys,
Funny
how
assignment.
ya doing? How are ya? Listen guys, something came to mind and I said, let me talk about it a little bit. And of course, most of the time when I'm saying something, I'm also eating. Let me show you what I have. Nothing complicated, just a little, half of a boiled plantain. Not me. Okay, let me get straight to the point. Guys, well, this is mostly for my sisters, but it's also for everybody, but mostly my sisters. Listen to this, right? There are some people out there, right? They are so difficult to deal with. It's not because they're not nice people now. They could be the nicest people. But when you get in a relationship, right? Let's say you get in a relationship with one of them difficult people, right? They claim that they are operating based on principle, right? But if that principle does not have sympathy, does not offer grace, you understand what I'm saying? Ladies, guys, you too, but I'm talking to the ladies, don't get into it. Because you're going to be a slave in that relationship. You're going to be a slave in your house. Have you ever met a mean man? Just like have you ever met a mean woman? But because the man of the house is, supposed to be the protector, the provider, supposed to be. So that's why I say I'm talking to my sisters. You understand? The man and his role, the role that he plays, regardless if he is nice. But imagine, right? It's like when it's time to get things done, right? It's not because he's not, what he's saying, what he's thinking is not correct. That's not what we're saying. It's not because what you saying also is not correct. Both of you guys are correct. But somehow, and I think it's either because of ego, you understand? You can't harmonize. You cannot harmonize. It's either you accept him for the way he is, or he accept you for the way you are. And when you meet people in that kind of relationship, that kind of situation, the woman, that's why I say the woman gotta submit. And if you feel like you cannot submit to that kind of spirit, to that kind of, it's almost like dictatorship, right? Dictatorship. You understand? To that kind of so-called power and authority. Why do you get into a relationship with somebody like that? Why? You see? So you did it to yourself. I'm not talking about somebody who's pretending to be understanding, who's pretending to be this, and then he is not. That's not what I'm talking about. And also, if you pay attention to what I'm saying, I'm not bashing and I'm not talking negatively about the man. That's just the way he is. That's how he was raised. Maybe his daddy, his granddaddy, whatever. He feels like being a man, you got to be like iron. But then again, iron cut iron, right? But who has time for that energy when you want things to work? You want a peaceful life. You want to be happy. Okay? Now, if you ask him to do something, you know he is a man of his word. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking negatively. It's just that something is not flowing. He is a man of his word. When he said yes, he's going to do it, he's going to do it. But here's the problem. You want it done now. You can tolerate it being done tomorrow. Or even the day after tomorrow. But that man will do it by next month or next year. I don't know about anybody else, but that irks me. I cannot deal with stuff like that. You have to keep saying, because a grown person is a grown person now. It's not a child. A child, you can put the child in punishment. Okay, you can do certain things to the child, right? To make the child obey and do it right now. But how do you make a person who moves by his own rhythm, who in your eyes seems to be procrastination or laziness or anything like that. But that's not what it is. It might be procrastination, but it's not laziness, because this is a man who's always working and getting things done. But getting things done does not mean getting done what you ask him to do for you or for the family. Have you met those kind of people? So difficult. And you see the goodness, the goodness of their heart. They are loyal. They are loyal. And they know how to provide for you. If you're in trouble, you better call on that person. They have great qualities. But my God, they are difficult. It's their way or the highway. Now, which one you gonna take? The thing is with me, with moi, the ayah, when you see it at the beginning, not in the middle, not when you already say I do, not when you already signed that contract. And if you ask me, let me see, let me think. Let me do like Shanae and think. I won't say it's unequally yoked, because everything else flows. So maybe you're in that relationship to teach you patience, to teach you to calm down, to teach you not to be so serious, to teach you to go with the flow. And guys, I'm not good in that department. I can't. It gets on my nerves. It gets on my nerves. I don't like repeating myself over and over and over. And no change. And I'm very understanding. I am for all togetherness, harmony, love, and all that. But my God, how many times can you repeat yourself? Tell me, what would you do in that situation? You understand? Sometimes I say, not even sometimes, earlier I was saying, ooh, my mama was a trooper. You understand? My God, you have a good man, a man who has devotion, who's there for you, who provides for you and everything. But when it comes to communication, when it comes to, that breakdown of communication, when it's come to, let's get in one accord, let's vibe, there's always an argument, and you have to submit. That's when you done mastered being a Proverb 31 woman. I'm telling you. But me, I tell you once and I tell you twice. I might tell you 3 times. I'm the type of person, maybe this quality of mine is not too good. Because just as I find the entrance, even before I find the entrance, I already know where the exit is. And I'm not telling for people to be like that now. Ooh, see, I say when I start talking, I forget about my food. I'm not telling people to be like that and always looking for the exit. That's not what I'm saying. But to me, in my eyes, that's like trying to raise a grown man, a grown woman. Sometimes it's not even worth it to keep talking and talking. So from the beginning, from the entrance, you have to decide, when you see it, can I sacrifice and get into this for the sake of whatever that you're looking for? You have to check your option, balance your options, because my God, it's difficult. When you gonna do this? When you gonna do this? Did you do it? It's not kindergarten. So